distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your feet.
Coach, for my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the set.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I got you. I got you.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
On first down, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to know. They don't want to know this. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Let's go.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Check right, check right.
Throwing again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Yeah.
Back to throw. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Let's go.
20-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Good move.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, dude.
56. Get the ball. 56 to Mike.
Hey, 18.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Alert.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
6, pull it high. 5.
2nd and 5. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Love. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Sam off.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Geis. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Check 49. Watch the safety creep.
Hey, exit. Yep.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Leo. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Lock in, lock in. Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 63 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Redskins 12-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mostert. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They start on the ground with Geis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Mike 3, 218, chop. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. His intended receiver, the tight end, Caleb Wilson. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he finds McLaurin. 10 3-yard score after one here on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, team 6. Big grip.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert looking left sideline, incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, Foxtrot.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Kill.
Rock it.
Back to throw. Herbert looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Alert! Hey, wahoo!
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Hey, echo. Weapon.
Check. 53's Mike. Watch the out. Watch.
Hurry.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 13-yard line.
Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And we are even at 10 apiece. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky. Robinson's got it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Hey, let's go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Hey! Ready?
Back to the air on second down. Herbert able to find his running back, Geis. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Switch gears.
Now!
Let's go, right here.
Go!
Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Watch the run. Check the backer.
Gone! You're out!
Watch safety.
Get it!
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Alpha.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First down.
56. I can't believe I let you play.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
On the set.
53 is the mark.
Blue draw Corkins.
Man, I got
Be driven.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 3. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Hey, you.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go.
53 is the Mike. Yeah. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Hey, exit.
Good for you. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Shift. Watch the shift. Deuce. Show it.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got some space here. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert, 69 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Yo, go! Let's go!
On first down, here's Love. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
59's Mike, check, 59. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Hey.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert got an open man. It's Harmon. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Redskins on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Fresno. Check 24.
Hey, seam 6. Yo, faster.
Kill.
Look, squeeze. Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Geis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Watch the slant.
Now.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Mostert. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Alert, 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 alert. 180.
Just like that. Just like that.
Check 52. Back 61. Match box.
On 2nd down. It's Cohen, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Wahoo!
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. All day, every day.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Hey, Echo.
Check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Too little, cut. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Pick it up. Pick it up. Hey, pick it up.
Smooth.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yep.
Switch.
They'll run for it. Geis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike 53. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Look at me. Door.
Jim.
On the ground, it's Geis. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
54. Go. Check. Alert.
Throwing now is Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now it's Trubisky.